All right, so you've got this amazing idea for a card game buzzing around in your head. But how do you actually make the cards? Make them look legit, not just scribbles on index cards. Well, you're definitely not alone in that. And today, we're going to look at a tool that says it's the answer to that exact problem.
I mean, that's the dream, right? For so many of us gamers and creators, it's about holding your own game, your own creation right in your hands. But that jump from a cool idea to a real physical prototype, man, it can feel like a giant leap. How do you get the design, the layout, the printing right if you're not, a pro graphic designer?
Okay, let's get into it. The promise of Card Creator. It says it has all the tools to bring your game from mind to table. So this software, Card Creator, basically sells itself as the solution. It's supposed to be this all-in-one toolkit that makes the whole process, from that first design idea all the way to a printable file, super smooth. Let's see what's under the hood.
So the big selling point right off the bat is how easy it's supposed to be. It's got this intuitive drag-and-drop WSYG editor. And WSYG just means what you see is what you get. So the idea is you're not messing with code or complicated menus. You just drag stuff around and supposedly you can design your first cards in just a few minutes. No design degree needed. Sounds great, right?
And when you look at the feature list, it's actually pretty deep. This isn't just for making basic flashcards. We're talking creating any custom card format you can think of. You can import and export data with Excel and CSV, which, by the way, is a massive time saver if your game has tons of cards. It's got a built-in gallery with thousands of icons ready to go. You can manage your collections just like a real tabletop game. And this is crucial. It gives you print-ready exports at a super high resolution. So on paper, it looks really powerful.
So a quick reality check. What are users actually saying? Because yeah, that feature list, it's impressive. It sounds like the perfect tool, whether you're a total beginner or a seasoned pro. But you know how it is. We've got to ask, does the reality actually match the hype?
And here it is. This one quote pretty much sums up the big but. If you know how to use it, it can be a really good tool. But this software doesn't tell you that. Oof, and that really hits on the main complaint you see over and over. All that power we just talked about, it's in there. But the software does a pretty bad job of, teaching you how to use it. People say the learning curve is steep, mostly because the tutorials just aren't very helpful.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly, right? The promise versus the reality. The pitch is easy, fast, and fun. Design in minutes. But the actual experience for a lot of people is the software doesn't tell you how to use it. It's this huge disconnect between the marketing and what it feels like when you first open the program and you're just stuck. So let's get specific. What does that struggle actually look like? Well, say you want to make a card with a really complex layout. Think about a Magic the Gathering card with all its intricate frames and text boxes. According to users, trying to build that from scratch inside Card Creator is basically impossible. The workaround? You have to design the frame in a different program, like Photoshop or GIMP. Save it as an image, and then import that whole background into Card Creator. It works, but it's not exactly the seamless, all-in-one experience you might have been hoping for. All right, the verdict. Is it for you? It's all about matching the tool to the creator. So, where does that leave us? It seems like we've got a tool that's really capable, but also kind of frustrating to learn. Now, that doesn't mean it's a bad tool. Not at all. It just means it's not going to be the right fit for everyone. The real question is it the right fit for you?
Okay, this breakdown should make it pretty clear. On one side, it's ideal for you if you're the kind of person who likes to tinker and learn by just clicking around, trial and error, or if you're great with spreadsheets and just need something for fast prototyping and playtesting. But on the other side, it might be super frustrating for you if you need really clear step-by-step tutorials to get going. Or if you're a designer who wants to make those super complex layouts all in one place, or if you're a beginner who just expects a bit more hand-holding. It really comes down to your personality and your project.
But wait, there's one more really important thing to throw into the mix. 75%. What's that? Well, this software goes on sale a lot, and it's been seen with a discount as deep as 75% off. Now that changes things, doesn't it? Suddenly, a steep learning curve feels a whole lot more acceptable when you're paying a fraction of the price.
Which brings us to a little pro tip before you buy anything. How can you test it for yourself, totally risk-free? Okay, so how do you figure out if it's right for you without potentially throwing your money away? Well, here's the good news. Because it's sold on Steam, there's actually an amazing built-in way to find out. It's what I call the 2-hour Steam test drive. Super simple. Step 1, you buy Card Creator on Steam. Step 2, you dive in, try to make a few cards, click all the buttons, see if you can figure it out, just keep an eye on the clock. And step 3, if you've played for less than 2 hours and you hate it, you just request a full refund. Steam's policy is great for this, no questions asked. It's basically a free trial, and it's the absolute best way to see if this tool is your new best friend or your next big headache. So when it comes right down to it, the power of Card Creator is definitely there. The big question is whether you're willing to dig a little to unlock it. But hey, with a completely risk-free way to give it a spin, the only thing holding you back is that first click, which brings us right back to the beginning. What's that game idea you're ready to bring to life? What will your first card be?